Hello, my name is David Krubal, and this is my capstone presentation for Guia, an app that I've had the pleasure of spending the past few months creating. To start, I want to go over the idea of why I founded it, then going into the actual prototype itself and showing you some of the features, and then ending up in the future of Guia and what I'm going to do after this class. So the idea began because of road trips. I found myself driving past these places and wondering who lived there, what happened there, what stories exist there. And what I found is that there's really nothing that does that in real time. You can Google it, you can do your own research, but that all takes a while. Even ChatGPT, who you can ask about these towns, won't give you the great response because it doesn't have the right sources, or there's just not enough information in some of the places you're going by. And that's kind of why I wanted to create this. I wanted to fix that problem. So Guia was founded for two reasons. The first thing is that I wanted to turn the world around us into this living, personalized tour that changes as the world changes, that as these articles are updated, as new information comes out, it'll give you that. And I also wanted it to be this one-stop guide to the history and the stories of the places we encounter. That way you can find out what happened in these places, what was founded there, who lived there, who died there, etc. For the next section, I'm going to go over the prototype itself. I'm going to introduce you to some of the core features. We're going to start by logging into Guia. We're going to check out Berea, the town that I'm in right now, and then we're going to tour Berea College, the college I go to. And we're going to see a few of the notable alumni. We're going to explore a couple random cities in the world, and then revisit Berea College, the tour we took earlier. And then finally, I'll end the presentation by logging out of Guia.
All right, so this is the Guia home screen. You'll see that we have our logo, and also there's some places to put an email and our passcode. We'll go ahead and create an account with like a test1 at berea.edu example email, and then a random passcode. When we log in, you'll see the home screen itself. So this is the map. It looks a lot like Apple Maps because it's Apple Maps UI, but it also have our own custom bottom sheet view. And if you zoom out, you'll see these articles and they'll begin to appear as it queries the map screen. As you get closer to Lexington, you'll see a lot more articles, but Berea only's got 7. And as you zoom in, the clustering algorithm that put them together will actually break them apart again. You have 2 and 5, and now 1, 1, and 3. If you click the individuals that have a W on it, you'll see the article. And if you click the 3, it'll zoom in to the articles, as you can see. And some of our options that we can do with this is that we can start a tour. So start a Guia tour. You'll see that it sends these source articles in the bottom to ChatGPT, and then it'll generate some text. And then it'll also generate audio so it can read the text aloud, which it's doing right now. And when that happens, you can press play, and it'll actually read the audio aloud to you. You can pause it, you can skip forward, skip back. You can also see it all as one if you wanted to read it. And when you leave this, it'll actually save this tour to your recent tours, so you can click it again. The bottom sections here are cards that might not be easily seen on the map. So these are people, which you can't actually map, but you can get based on location. And you'll see here we have people born here, lived here, died here, studied here. These are people who existed or did something in Berea. And if we want to see some more details, we could use the help to figure out what our options are. This says if we click settings, we can edit the categories, and we'll do that to only show us studied here, which we now only see people who studied here. Some of our other options are we can use the search bar to look up a place in the world, like Berlin. We can zoom in to the central station and see the article based on that because it's an important site. If you don't know where you want to go in the world, you can also click this random button, and then we see Plymouth in the United Kingdom, which is really neat, but it takes you to 1,500 of the top cities in the world. We can also revisit our tour. So if we go back to Berea, we'll click that recent tour, and it'll show us the text from the tour and the sources. And with that, we kind of end our app tour. So thank you for listening.
Welcome back. So I hope that was really interesting and showed off some of the features that I've created over the past few months. Next is we're going to talk about the next steps for Guia. So the future of Guia isn't fully defined. I'm still working on it and fixing things, but I would like to focus on a few key developments I'd like to hit in the future. So the first one is I'd like to publish Guia, and then I'd like to go beyond Wikipedia articles and eventually beyond the phone itself. So to publish Guia, I need to do a few things. I need to refine current features and then add a couple of new key features. So the first thing I'm going to add is some tours for travelers and drivers. This is really important because it means I have to make these safe location-based tours that are prompted by random events or locations. And then I also want to gamify this exploration users are going on. So awards for how long you've traveled or the different tours you've taken, and then also progress tracking on where you've gone in the world. Then beyond Wikipedia, I'd like to go ahead and expand into local news sources, as well as human written stories and these curated tours. So you can go on a curated human tour rather than an AI tour. and then also user-generated ratings for these tours so that you can know the best tours. And it'll also help me train a custom AI model that learns from these community-created tours and helps create new ones for places that don't have as much representation and might not be as trafficked. Then I want to go beyond the phone. This is like a really high-level, like future goal that we're pretty far from. I imagine it with this like alternate reality technology. So I think meta glasses, where you put them on your face and it like creates this subtle digital overlay of the real world. And I want you to imagine something. Imagine walking through a city and instantly knowing the history and purpose of nearby buildings, who created them, when they were created. Also plants you're passing. Like, this is what type of tree is this? What type of bush this is? When it was put into the city? It's new or something like that. As well as knowing like you're really close to like some really great local food that you would be interested in, or that there's like a hidden spot that you would be interested in seeing. That's the future I see for Guia, this like digital overlay that just really informs you about the places you're going through. So that's the end of this presentation, and I want to go ahead and acknowledge a few things and people. First off, Professor Wilborn, thank you so much for making this a wonderful class and helping us stay organized and on top of things. Then I want to thank the Berea College Computer Science Department for allowing me to pursue this project and giving me the openness to do it, and the education to do it. And then finally, I want to thank my peers for your support and your feedback and making Guia what it is today. So thank you all for listening. I hope this was informative and that you now know a lot about the project. Once again, thank you so much, and goodbye.